And we're back. We're talking about my favorite books of 2025 today. Starting off strong with the last book I read for book club, and that's The Fisherman. I just talked about this book, so I really don't want to talk about it again. But if you haven't watched that video, this is a frame narrative, and in the present, it's about this guy who starts fishing after his wife dies and how fishing saved him, but that's not what the book is about, he says. And then the frame is about this small village trying to defeat the fisherman who's trying to catch Leviathan, basically. This fish goes by many different names, but he's doing this so that he can bring back his wife and child from the dead. This is a book about grief, deeply about grief. I love the vibes of the book. It's horror, it's extremely atmospheric, and it has a house that's bigger on the inside than the outside, which is just catnip for me. I love that in a book. So, this is my first favorite book. Then we're going to go all the way back to one of the first books I read last year. That's Legends and Lattes by Travis Baldree. I also read Bookshops and Bone Dust. It didn't do it for me the same way that Legends and Lattes did. There was just something so uniquely cozy about this. It was like a warm hug. I love the characters. I just wanted to live in this little shop. And like there was enough stakes to keep it interesting, but not so many stakes that it became like a high adventure or something that was going to make me stressed. So this was perfect to me. Then the other book club book on this list, We Used to Live Here by Marcus Clyweir. This is a haunted house novel. It's another horror. This was like my horror year. I read a lot of horror, and a lot of it I really loved. So I'm not talking about like library books here, but my other favorite horror was September House. Anyways, another haunted house. But this one is like one of my favorite haunted houses, the House of Leaves, because this house got some freaky deaky stuff going on in it. It is haunted. The basement is really big. We don't know what's going on. And it's about lesbian house flippers who have come to flip this house. And some weird stuff happens. Like, I can't say anything more without giving the plot away. But this was so good. Like, it was so good. I loved this book. Next we have Capital of Dreams by Heather O'Neill. You know, most of the time that Heather O'Neill publishes something, whatever she published is going to be on my favorites list because she is one of my favorite authors and Canadian. This did hit a little too close to home sometimes with our current political climate, making it a little difficult to read at times. But I love this. I thought the writing was really good. It really situates you in a place, which is something that I really value in a book. Everything was very vivid to me, and the characters were really well built out, which I really loved. I adored this. Now, back in 2020, many of my friends who worked with me at Indigo at the time told me that I should read this, that I would love it. And I said, yeah, sure, whatever. And then I bought it the next year. And I said, I'll read it soon. Here we are, 2025, 5 years later. I have read this book. And indeed, I did love it. It brought me all the cozy vibes that I wanted. I love books that focus on older main characters. I think it's not something that we see very often in fiction. And when it does happen, and when it happens well, it's really great. They were just kooky, fun people, and I loved it. And I haven't watched the movie yet, but I am excited to watch the movie, and I do have the second book now. So I am excited to continue on this series and see what other kooky, fun adventures that this murder club gets up to. Oh, no. I saved it. That's fine. Yeah, what can we say about this? It's Ina Garten. Be Ready When Luck Happens. I love this book. It was like sitting across from her. It was like sitting across from her at her kitchen table while she tells you about her life. It had such a strong voice to it, and I felt like she did a really good job at talking about like the good parts of her life and also like the harder parts too. She didn't really shy away from that like some memoirists do. But yes, I love this, even though like I kind of knew how it ended because she's still alive and I follow her. But yeah, it made me want to cook more, which is all you can really ask from a biography like this. So that was great. And finally, okay, but like, hear me out. I didn't expect much from this. Is it like a great literary work? No, absolutely not. Was it a really good fun times? Yes. So, this book has a marriage of convenience. It has archaeology. It has a ragtag group of people who probably shouldn't be doing what they're doing. It's pretty as heck, and it's just so much fun. And you know how I feel about Minotaur fiction. So I like an easy home run for Ruby Dixon. I have been reading quite a bit of Ruby Dixon lately because I was also reading her Ice Planet Barbarian series this past year. So like I knew what we were getting into, but it still surprised me and was an absolute delight. What more can you ask for? Some of you are going to say you can ask for a lot more, Colleen. And I respect your opinion, but this is my favorite books of 2025. Now, again, as I mentioned, there are books missing from this list. For example, Emily Henry not here. She's definitely on this list because her new book, Great Big Beautiful Life, loved it. The new Carly Fortune, One Golden Summer, also loved it. And my favorite book this year isn't here, Sting of the Wild, which is a book about wasps. Because I don't have them with me. And if I don't have it told up in front of me, I'm just not going to deal with it. I read over 100 books this year. Almost over half of them were from the library. So there's a lot of books that I just don't own. And that's great. I love supporting our local library. But it does mean that this video is a little shorter than it could be. But if we take into account those books, and we'll also say September House, that's still 11 books out of the over 100, which means that I loved, favorited 10% of the things that I read this year. And I think that's a pretty good batting average. You know? I don't think we can complain about that. So yeah, let me know what your favorite books were. Were any of these on your list? Did you read any of these this year? I'll be back at you soon with books I got for Christmas because I wanted to do this one first. What can I say?